Previously on the Yoshi's Woolly World. What's good, everybody? My name is the Generation 71. Thank you for tuning back into Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. Last time we went through level 1-1 and we rocked it like a hurricane, and today we're going into 1-2. And here we got an instance of power badges. You won't be seeing me use this too much over the course of the playthrough. Essentially, the badges are kind of like the item drops you would get in Yoshi's Island. You know, bonus 20 stars or bonus eggs, things like that. With these badges, though, I feel like they're a little cheap. I mean, there's one that says that it'll clear the whole course for you, if I recall. So essentially, because of how cheap they can kind of be, I'm not going to be using them. I might show certain ones off as long as they're not too overpowered, but nothing that will just like ruin the gameplay experience overall. So I hope you guys don't mind that too much. And I'm also going to be trying to show off a different amiibo, I guess you could say, costume per level. And it may still entice me to actually open up my amiibo collection, but as of right now, still not entirely sure if I want to do that or not. I don't know. I feel like the collector in me is not going to allow me to do that. Just like, no, I need to keep these. It needs to happen. By the way, too, this special broadcast is brought to you by the Fail Cam. Yeah, essentially, during the playthrough of this, I managed to actually miss one of the first yarn balls. So one of the, it was ridiculous how bad that fail was. But I didn't want to go ahead and just re-record everything and make it all jumbled. So I just wanted to show it off there. So with each level in World 1, they essentially kind of show you different aspects of the game and what you're going to be seeing throughout the rest of the game. As you can kind of see here, the big aspect here is now we get these bouncy, I believe they're considered treetops. I mean, I'm not entirely sure about that, to be completely honest with you, but I'm almost positive they're considered treetops. But because of that, it adds a different aspect to the game, and personally, I feel like it actually becomes a little bit more annoying, because essentially, if you don't want to take a hit, but you do still want to eat the enemy, on these treetops, it's kind of hard to do that successfully sometimes. Best way I can describe it. It's so inconvenient, and it really was kind of annoying, and I hope I don't see the mechanic too much more in future levels. Like maybe once a world I'd be perfectly fine with, but besides that, though, it was really not a mechanic for me, essentially. And I know not everybody necessarily agrees with me. There are some kind of cool things about it. I just wish, well, especially as you'll see here, there's certain trees that will actually hide certain items, and that will actually help you with your 100% completion. So as far as the hiding aspect of it, I like, but as far as just overall jumping on them, not the biggest fan in the world, but that's just, me personally. Also kind of got introduced to a couple different items as well. As you can see, even though I'm failing at hitting the box, there is a floating box mechanic that essentially yarns up to one of the presents, but there is also a different, I guess you could say, item box introduced, almost kind of like the eggs. They don't actually give you eggs, though. Obviously, but they give you gems, and of course there seems to be gems hidden in the box. So one of our first instances of that, kind of interesting. Not sure how I feel about it, because one of those things would be different if maybe it was like a roulette of something, where maybe you had to hit it at a certain time, but just, constantly hitting, I don't know, just maybe adds a little bit more variety to the slow-paced game. I guess that'd be an interesting way to go about it. And here you can kind of see I guess you could call a 3D aspect of the game. Not too, magnificent, but just kind of showing you the different aspects of the yarn, how the tree actually looks all padded with yarn. And that actually kind of, it looks interesting. It kind of reminds me of pillows. And I like the different details they actually did with the tree to make it look layered and all that. But as you can see, I think it's going to come up soon. There's going to be a Shy Guy coming up here soon, and it's going to be kind of annoying. Just trying to get him, I believe we haven't passed him yet, but if we run into it, I'll show you. But as you can see here, there's a lot of obvious tells there. As you can see, there was a ledge there just all by itself. I was like, oh, I wonder what that's for. And of course, there's a secret. But so far, really liking the game. I actually did manage to play this with one of my siblings, and I recorded them, and they kind of knew about it, kind of didn't know about it. I was hoping for a bigger reaction, because of course, if you didn't know, there's like a dual player side to this game, to the point that you guys could eat each other and use them as yarn balls as well. It gets kind of annoying. Kind of almost reminds me of our new Super Mario Bros. For the Wii and the Wii U, just because there's a lot of aspects that you can pick them up, but at least with that one you could always spin off, whereas when you're in Yoshi's mouth you can't always escape, which I think is kind of funny. But here we see one of our new instances of a new, I guess you could say, transformation. Again, other games have shown this, as far as like helicopter, submarine, things like that. But this one, we get like the full transformations, like it's so full of yarn, you know what I mean? I thought that was kind of cool. But as you can see, we got the, I was about to say propeller, the umbrella power-up here. And with the umbrella power-up, it's bird mechanics. That's the best way to describe it. You flap to keep, making sure you're, I guess, soaring up into the sky like a beautiful, majestic butterfly. Oh yeah, I rhyme. But what happens is, of course, if you just hold I guess I was about to say shoulders, but the umbrella open, it'll just constantly keep pulling you up. So not too bad at graphics. But here's that box I was talking to you about. So essentially, there is a gem that we need to access in here. But again, it just seems that it's just so there, you know what I mean? I guess I felt they could have accomplished the same effect just using the trees again, especially since the trees are becoming a new level design. But I don't know, I don't know how I feel about the box yet. They may change it up a little bit later, but as of right now, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'll actually be honest, at first it kind of threw me off. I was like, wait, how am I supposed to actually go through there? Because I thought they were actually eatable. But then after a while, I was like, okay, well, I guess they should be destroyable, and they were, thankfully. Here, again, just little doors. Nothing too, like, majorly exciting or anything like that. Just, side rooms to 100%. And here you actually get Shy Guys that are hidden in the tree. I thought that was kind of funny. And you can actually use the present to, I guess, brutally murder them. So, we could suffocate them with the yarn, or we could just crush them to death. So, who says Yoshi games are not violent? But yeah, I did actually record something with my siblings. I'm still interested to see if I will put it up or not, because everybody loves seeing rage videos, but I haven't necessarily seen rage videos like with just family members, because I've seen it plenty of times with just like random kids along, so that'll be kind of interesting here. I will say this next, oh yeah, this is the Shy Guy. This is the stupid Shy Guy, because of course, like, I want to eat him, but then if you don't get the timing right, then you'll end up being on the platform where you jump back up, and it just gets really, really annoying. And again, it could just be the way I am. Like, again, if I see a Shy Guy and I'm low on eggs, I'm going to make him into an egg no matter what. So it could just be my personal playstyle, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. But I will say this last part of the level is actually the only real major part that I was kind of interested in, as far as like, yeah, this is what the bouncing platforms are supposed to be used for. But of course, 100%ing, and then this is where I kind of realized, like, wait, how did I miss that first one? It's like, I'm ridiculous. But here, yeah, see, if most of the level was like this, I would have been like, yeah, wow, I'm trying not to swear, but it's like, man, that would be awesome to actually have a whole level just bouncing around randomly. But here's when I had the untimely realization, be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually missed the first one. I can understand if I miss one midway, or even the last one, because even with the last one, when you have areas where you're forced to progress and you can't go back, you could look around, it's like, okay, it has to be somewhere around here. It couldn't have been too far off, because usually everything that you need is in the last section. So when it comes to that, I'm not too worried about it, but just the fact that I missed the very, very first one, that irked me like no other irk before, essentially. But it was all good. Essentially, I'm going to just kind of show you the animation of the next level here, and then I'll show you exactly what we got as far as the new custom Yoshi. But yeah, so far this LP is going pretty well. I'm actually really happy. Unfortunately, so far it seems like it's one level per video. So hopefully I really don't like necessarily long videos, but I think if I want to progress through the majority of the game, it may have to happen. So I will see. If you guys have any comments on that, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you don't mind longer videos, because I could definitely do that. It just my LP roots don't allow me to do long videos. Even this, having it close to 10 minutes, still kind of irks me. But alright guys, I'm gonna cut it there for now. Next time on Yoshi's Woolly World, we will go ahead and see what lays beyond the depths. This has been the Generation 71, and we'll catch you guys later.